Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know y'all thought y'all got rid of us, but we're back, baby. We back.
Can't get rid of Pooh, man. He's like that Band-Aid, just keeps showing up.
Nah. Listen, hey, look, hey, tomorrow. Let's give our boy a round of applause. 6 years, 6 years, 6 years since the platform started. April 30th will be
Wow.
Basketball
Wow.
Head's birthday. So this is
That's it,
this is
man.
great. This is great accomplishment. Um,
I feel like you just started.
man, listen, we just getting on the road, baby. We just getting on the road, man.
Yeah,
We got some great guests, some great topics. I'm excited. For our first guest, we have a dynamic young man who been making waves, throughout New York for a couple of years now. You was definitely one of the first people to put me up on him, um, and a few others as I started to ask questions and things of that nature. But I'm glad we got to get him on the show. I wish he could have held out and not dropped the flyer and just said it on the show. That would have been
listen,
dope.
my man's been under a lot of heat. He's been under a lot of heat,
Yeah, nah, but it's all good. We're very happy for him. Today, we have eighth grade phenom Carter Abrams on the show. Going to kick it with him, and we like to get these guys young, right? Like get them on the show young, get them exposed, and then in high school and things like that. So we get people get kind of familiar with them speaking and doing interviews of that nature. And then we got a big topic to discuss tonight, which that flyer has been going crazy. That post has been going crazy. That's a whole nother topic. All right. So we are in the building. We are back. High School Basketball Weekly. Let's go, baby. Let's
Let's
go. Let's go.
go.
All right. Man, we'll be moving into season 4 soon, man. This is crazy, man.
Yeah, man. Little hiatus while Pooh kept it moving in the city. I've been doing my hoops on the doing my thing with Made Hoops. But we're back, baby. Big episode, and we got the Long Island Star today, man. The Portland's legend, 1,000-point scorer already, Pooh. Think about that.
2 years
Think about that.
or
1,000
3?
point
He
scorer.
probably been playing junior high school since he was like in 5th grade or something like that. This kid, right?
And listen, he's running on one of the craziest Lightning teams in the country. This kid's a megastar, and he better get used to some interviews because he's going to be doing a lot of them, I think. So I think we got a big time guest tonight.
No doubt. Well, without further ado, Carter Abrams. What's happening, man?
What's good?
How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. Nice to be here.
Man, listen, we're happy to have you, man. And you're adding on to already crazy young talented group over at St. Francis Prep. I'm so happy for the St. Francis Prep program and Coach Lynch to now be getting his fair share of young stars, even though they always had some great players. He's developed a lot of them. But to have you group that's coming in and you adding on to that group, man, I think it's fantastic, man. I think it's fantastic.
Thank you.
No doubt. Go ahead,
Yeah,
B. I want you to do the honors, man.
and before we even get into that, I don't know if you saw CA, but after you made your decision, Portland sent a really nice message about you, supporting you, saying that they wish you the best of luck on the next stop. Talk about your kind of start there, because they've allowed you to shine and really develop over these past 2 years, and got you the ball, and really let you go through your stuff and improve. Talk about your time there in your last 2 years.
Yeah, I definitely want to say Portage. Ever since I got there, it was a family. Teachers, coaches, all just very welcoming. Definitely when I say 7th grade, when I started there, I have to thank Coach AJ for really just giving me the opportunity to play in 7th grade. That's really like just an honor. And now this year, Coach Becker, he just let me have the floor. I'm just really grateful for that.
Like, in your whole development, right? Like, who was the person that got you, on your path to playing right now?
I have to say my dad, just really just, if it isn't training, it's honestly just confidence. Because there was a time where I didn't have that much confidence and he just boosted me. So it just made me want to keep working.
And as we start to find out about this 2030 class, you're a name that pops up a lot. Over the past 2 seasons, like we've talked about, you've made really big strides, especially in a lot of different aspects of your game. When did you kind of feel that flip kind of switch for you? Because I know it's a little early, but just from talking to you and watching you play, you're a serious guy. You have a lot of fun out there, but you take basketball very serious and you want to win. So when did that switch kind of happen to you?
I feel like that switch definitely happened like this year. I never been like this much attention, like this much following. I feel like definitely this year was really like announcement year. I feel like as a reclass year, I would say.
Mm.
What, like, when we in the classroom, right? Because it's about being a student athlete. Do you take pride in getting good grades and making sure that you're one of the top students in your class?
I do. I definitely feel like grades is the only way to get to college, get to the NBA. Definitely student before athlete.
Mm. Love that, and I know Pops definitely hammers that home. It's like you said, has been building your confidence. But the people want to know. You gave me a little insight. We've talked about it. You've been great throughout the process. Really trying to study why St. Francis Prep is the spot for you. But just tell the people that are listening, Pooh, why did you end up picking St. Francis Prep?
Um, why I picked St. Francis Prep? Honestly, to start off, I just love the coaches. I love the chemistry there. I just love how they're all bonding. Especially when I visited, just it's like say family. Want to bring up coach. I think from the end of my 8th grade year, I was already getting a hit up. Hey, we need him. We need him. I just love that.
How much did the other players play and you coming there? Because the one thing I know about the prep program, right, that these guys know who they want to play with. How much did the guys have an effect on you coming and choosing prep?
I would say it's a big effect. Those are all my guys. Austin, Eli, yeah, those are all my guys. So definitely, when I told them my announcement, they definitely hit me up, called me, saying like congrats and work.
And now, on the other end, as you're making that decision and you see all that talent there, what do you kind of tell yourself? Do you tell yourself, what? Not only can I play with these guys, I can honestly help these guys. Was that maybe a factor in your decision? Because, there's a lot of talk about, is it too many guards? But I know your playing style. You could play with a lot of different people in a lot of different systems. So was that something you were considering at the time? Like maybe there is a little bit too much talent, or were you just excited to potentially get in with these guys?
Yeah, I would say that's definitely a big factor. Just competing, practice, games. Honestly, just keep working. I definitely think I can help out. Maybe probably going for a championship.
Mm, I love
Sounds
that,
good.
Pooh.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Look, they're working on their way to getting there too. How has the circuit been for you? And do you think AAU is a platform which is helping you develop your game, playing against so many different players.
Yeah, I would definitely say AU's big time. Just going around the country, finding all different type of competition from everywhere, finding guys you never heard before, guys you've seen. It's just a lot of people have just honestly just it's great to see just different people at all times. Definitely say AAU. AAU wise, it's just honestly it's great. It's great circuit, especially UIBL. I have to shout out. Gives you a lot of recognition.
And you mentioned a championship. What are some of the other goals that you're going to maybe set for yourself, or you'd like to accomplish in your first kind of year at prep?
I would say first one probably if my teammates ever heard like, yo, talk about Carter, I want they say is great teammate.
Mm.
Wants to win. I would definitely say those are like big factors. Just like the passion, you know?
Yeah, love that.
Our guy, Mike Walker, is in the building. Salute Mike Walker. He's gonna be taking a lot of photos of you. He's one of the best
Correct.
photographers in the game right now. He wanted to know what's your height, weight, and how long have you been playing basketball?
I am 6'1", 160, and I've been playing basketball since I've been 3. Say 3, shooting on a little mini hoop.
And I know you're super excited about, the next couple times you get to go on the circuit and things like that. What are you working on kind of this off season? What are you kind of focusing on your training? What little things are you trying to like work on your game right now?
Right now, I've been in the gym, just being physical. Honestly, just taking those bumps. Honestly, just a lot of strengthening workout too. Got to get bigger for this season because the competition in the Catholic League, you already know. So.
Mm.
And the same message I gave Austin and Eli, and talking to him a lot throughout the season. Don't be afraid of the wall, the freshman wall, right? You may not run into it, but most do. I've been there as well as a freshman playing varsity. Just know that the guys that you're playing with faced it and overcame it and start to see success, right? Nothing great happens overnight. Just be prepared to go through the process, same way you're doing now, and accepting the challenges, because it is a very tough league. You're going to have, a bullseye on your back. Kids are seeing you right now. They already know, like, I ain't get to go up there on High School Basketball Weekly. Why Carter get to go up there on High School Basketball Weekly? He talking to Brian, made hoops and hoop, and it brings a lot. But I just want to let you know, you just stay confident and keep doing what you're doing. Everything's gonna work out. All right.
Yeah, I would definitely say facing adversity, that fuels me, Just like that little pressure on your back, bullseye just wants to make you keep going.
That's right. That's right.
There.
And now, I know you're such good friends with so many of the guys in this class. But there are going to be some guys who you're friends with that end up on some of the opposing teams in the Catholic League. Now, has anybody signed that you're looking forward to going against potentially? Or if there are any older players that you're at least looking forward to, challenging them on the court and being on the court with those guys?
I mean, I would say there's no individual names. Honestly, just going at every single team. Honestly, I want to beat every single team at least once. See what's it like,
I like that.
Yo, this kid is awesome, man. Hey, Dad, great job, getting prepared for this. And this kid is, he's such a nice kid, and you like, this kid is just gonna be a breeze getting through, but this kid is a dog. This kid is a dog. We're gonna keep the sound off real quick. I don't know what kind of music they playing on this, but as you can see, nah, you ain't dunking already. Come on, man. You serious? Oh,
Yeah.
3 ball is crazy. Left hand. Ooh, to the Baja. 2 guys. Whoa, I'm coming. Easy, easy.
All 3 levels, Pooh. All 3 levels.
Wow. Hey, listen, we don't gotta see no more, man. I'm definitely impressed. I'm definitely impressed. Hey, B, let's get my 1 minute drill real quick before we
Got
bring
it.
our next guest, man. I think let's have some fun with this guy, man. Hey, great job, Carter, man. You did a great job tonight.
Absolutely, man. You're a stud. All right, here we go. Who do you model your game after?
Ooh, I would say Kobe.
Oh, Pooh, that might be the first time we heard this.
The whistle, you get the whistle right off the back tonight, baby. That's because you all right. Now look, me seeing it, right? Watching clips of him playing, and you seeing the dog in him, and then he's talking with us. He's smiling a lot. He's very,
Got the concentration, man.
yeah.
That's why I
No
had to
doubt.
open up with that one because I was hoping he was going to say that, and he came through. Now, Carter, are you more of a college guy or NBA guy?
I'm in the middle. You know, I
You're in
like
the middle.
college. I like how they play. It's very competitive. I can see like off and on the court they care a lot about basketball. And the NBA wise, you know how the NBA is. More physical, stronger. It's fun to watch, really entertaining.
Do you watch the whole game? Dad make you sit there and watch the whole game, or can you watch it? You telling me you come on here and you say, "Y'all, I watched the highlights." I'm like, nah, this kid ain't ready. This kid ain't ready yet. All right,
Yeah.
that's good. You watched the whole game. That's good.
So when you're getting ready for the Lightning, what's kind of the pregame song or music that you're kind of listening to right now to get you going?
Yeah, right now I was going through like a calm songs, but now I feel like I'm like angry music. My favorite song is probably like Turbo by like Block 40 Spaz.
Okay.
Okay.
No
How
doubt.
about what's your go-to video game right now?
NBA 2K.
What's your team?
76ers fan. So
Oh, interesting. Okay. I was gonna say, what's your pregame meal? Go-to pregame meal.
I mean, I don't eat much during, but I would say probably like a banana or like a granola bar. Say,
Okay.
yeah, like,
Now, what's your go-to Gatorade flavor?
orange by far.
Orange. Okay. My cousin's obsessed with orange, so he's another baller. So I respect that.
Yeah.
Favorite song. Let's see. How about this? I'm dying to know which guy is the funniest guy on that Lightning team, and who's the best dancer. You got to tell me.
I would definitely say funniest guy. I might have to give it to JJ just because of the stuff he says. It's just so crazy. And then definitely best dancer. Tough because nobody likes dancing in public. So I might have to give it to me. I might have to.
I like that. What's the best piece of advice you've gotten from somebody so far? And I know you're a youngster, but is anything stuck that maybe someone's told you?
Yeah, I would definitely just say, just like this, like line, just where persevere.
And
Just
then
like
what celebrity would you like to meet, or NBA player would you like to meet?
if NBA, I low-key want to meet VJ or maybe Wemby or like Stephon Castle.
Okay, listen. If you and Prep start doing your thing, I'm gonna do as much as I can to see if we can get the Bahama Man VJ down to one of these Prep games, man. I
Hey,
will
he
do
named
everything
two
I
New York
can.
guys, VJ and Stephen Castle. So that's
Yeah,
dope. That's
I
dope.
love that too. Pooh, you got any?
Last one before we get you out of here. What is it? This is from Tazzy 2. What do you like to do other than basketball?
My life is surrounded by basketball. If I wasn't doing basketball, sleeping, maybe just on the phone with my friends, talking about what happened at school. Not much is going on that's not basketball right now.
Respected, man. Listen, this guy is a professional. I think he might be a senior trapped in a eighth grader's body. What a professional. So proud, CA. Really appreciate you coming on, man. So happy. Can't wait to see you at Prep, brother.
Thank
No
you.
doubt. We'll see you soon, young man. Take care, all right?
You too.
Appreciate
Great
you.
job, buddy.
No
Thank
doubt. Carter Abrams, everybody. Carter Abrams.
The future of the CHSAA, man. The next carrier great.
And he's here. No doubt.
Listen, I mean, an incredible kid, right? Just
Awesome.
I'm an A+
Awesome.
kid, man. I can't believe how impressive he was for an 8th grader. I was even nervous for him. I think I was more nervous in the interview than he was. What a pro, man. I love
No
this kid.
doubt. No doubt. And I will bring on our next two guests, see what they have to say. They caught the last few questions of the interview before we get into our main topic of tonight.
Bring
Next
on the
guest.
best, man. Bring
There
on
you
the
go.
best.
There you go. These guys is part of the show already, man. Salute Dave Cordova, excuse me,
Hey.
and
What's up,
Tiny
Brian?
Martin. What's happening? Tiny
brick.
Martin in
The
front of the
bricks are back,
brick again.
baby.
The brick layer is back, baby. What's happening, fellas? Tiny, your mic is off.
Tiny got the mic off.
Yeah.
What's going on?
What's
There
happening?
he
What's
is.
happening?
There he is.
What's
Had a
happening?
long day, son.
Yeah. No doubt. No doubt. I know you guys is in the background listening to Carter, man. He's a sharp young man. It's like he got his head on the right place, man.
He said Kobe. So if he said Kobe, I never seen the kid play. So when he said Kobe, I said I gotta see this kid play.
A lot of people really like Kobe, like that. You already know next level right there. Got a lot.
I
of
didn't get to
Kobe.
see much of that interview. I caught basically like the tail end of it, but I'm sure it was pretty good.
Yeah, he's very good. He's very sharp. Yeah,
I'm gonna definitely tap in. I don't really deal with middle schoolers like that, but I might be willing to come check them out.
No doubt, man. You got to see that 2030 Lightning team is special, Dave. Special.
No, I ain't bad. If they're in Augusta in July, then I'll definitely check them out.
Mhm.
Wow, Dave. In July? That's crazy, Dave.
Dave, look, you got to make it with the best, right? Hey, look.
Wow.
Oh, wait, hold on. Pool. Matter of fact, if he's playing at Brevoort, then I'll definitely come out.
Oh, Brevoort. That's
Carter, come play with the dogs, baby.
If he's playing at
Hey,
come out there.
Last year we had Eli Murray, we had Josiah, we had Tristan.
Yeah, you had a bunch of guys
all playing, on the same team. These guys, ran through it, man. But hey, listen, the biggest story of today, man. My people is calling me. It's like, yo, Pool, are you keeping up with the comments? I was like, yo, I don't read my comments. I don't have time. I can't get into that. You know what I'm saying? I just put it out there and let people talk, man. Just let people have some, get some things off their chest, man. But for the most part, it was positive. One of the first people that commented, I saw Tiny that came up. What are you making beats over there, Tiny? What the hell, bro?
Huh?
You making
Tiny got the 04 ringtone on. Right?
Yeah, they got the Nokia. They got the Nokia. It's like the old ass ring.
Oh man,
yeah,
funny. It's hilarious.
Oh, you gonna put it up on the phone? Yeah. Now you gonna put it up on the camera.
I got the new phone, bro. That.
Oh man, that's funny.
Yo, fellas, did y'all realize that this thing made Sports Illustrated?
No,
Really?
I'm not surprised.
It's been making the headlines. Man.
Yes,
It was on
Sports
Barstool.
Illustrated.
It's all over, man.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
I've seen videos, but I didn't think this would be on Sports Illustrated. That's wow.
Here you go, Sports Illustrated, baby. That's a Sports Illustrated. Yeah.
And Pooh, I told you the first time I heard it, I said what? What did I say the first time I heard this?
What do you mean?
I said you need to put that on your show ASAP.
Oh no! Oh yeah. You did, and it worked out because I can't wait for Friday because I have a Black Tie fair to go to. So it was good. It all worked out. And we did it ASAP. We on tonight. So again, after doing some research and speaking to some people, which I can't mention on here, because of certain situations that's going on. I found out that it was proposed and not actually sanctioned yet. There was a letter sent out to some principals, and someone leaked it. And that's how I got it Friday night.
Wow.
So when I put it, up, and I ain't put it on my front page, I put it on my stories just to see if somebody would say, nah, this is not true. And no one came up with like, nah, it's not happening. No, it's not. But people would just hit me like, Pooh, what the hell is this? And now we're here, right? So we're saying that it was a lot, Sports Illustrated, local news, so many people putting it up. It's just like, okay, how do I put myself in a situation where, we're saying, we're kind of with the program and with the coach and sticking his neck out there and putting the school out there because he want to put his team in the best place possible to get exposure. And then today I put up the post, and then I put up another post with him saying about doing what he can to keep kids in New York. And then I went and found an old clip of Tiny retirement reel where he had his coaches were saying how, they play a national schedule and, what kind of coach he is and knowing that he took a lot of flack for putting his kids in different spaces, right? So this is not new. This is not nothing new. It's been going on for a long time. So I want to turn it over, B, to you, and then we'll go on to the rest of the, the guys
and
out
Pooh,
there.
I wanted to say too. I don't know if you have a question for me, but also the timing, if you guys know, is a little strange as well because Stepinac has been in the news for such good things recently because Coach Maz decided to return. And the big story came out, and it was a big Stepinac day, and then all of a sudden, a lot of stuff got leaked. Right, Pooh? It's like all of a sudden, the timing of it very suspect as well. After some positive things are being kind of tweeted out about Coach Maz returning and not going to IMG.
Fellas, you have the floor. Tiny, you want to go first? Then we go to Dave.
Yeah, I mean, yes, I want to go first. I want to go first because yes, something similar like this happened to me. In terms of not being allowed to play somewhere, and it was confusing back then. I remember one time I planned to go to LA or California, and someone said I didn't put the paperwork in timely fashion, and the tournament spent a lot of money to get us out there, and we had to forfeit it. So it was disturbing because you think you're doing something for the kids, and you think everyone is understanding that this is about the kids, it's not about the adults, and then you got to hear things like you can't go or you can't do it. It's just disturbing. But and then one of the reasons why I want to get on here, or I
Tiny,
want
can you sit up some, brother? Because you like.
Oh man, I gotta sit up, man.
You looking like your name, man. You looking tiny.
Man, I'm retired, man. I'm laying down, man.
Blended in the bricks.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. All right, that's better.
I ain't want to show my Syracuse shirt, man. I ain't want to promote Syracuse on here, man.
You got it on.
You got rid of my man Red, man. I'm kind of upset with that. But so yeah, so Coach Pat did a great job to me helping this New York City basketball out. Everything he did to me, to me, it was positive. And for him to get a situation like this at the end of the year, it's disturbing. It's disturbing, and it's kind of motivates you not to want to work hard so much. You kind of want to be like laid back and say, you know what? Okay, if what I'm doing is not the right thing to do, then I'm not going to do it anymore. Thank God he didn't quit. He didn't go to Florida, because when I heard about the move to go to IMG, I texted him right away. And I said, no way. Not knowing about what's going on right now.
Wow.
because of what a pillar he is right now to New York State basketball. So that they hear something like this, it's alarming, but it's a time for everybody to speak up because it's time for a change. And from what I know, coaching in the PSL and coaching in the Catholic League for 1 year and being the AD, the PSL follows the Catholic League. I didn't know that as a player. I didn't know that as a younger coach, but I realized that what the Catholic League do, the PSL do. So this is a great situation where it's time for change.
And the changes we talked about a long time ago, right? We talked about the fact that now you got 5 years to play college basketball for sure, right? Do you think something like that can happen for high school?
No, I don't think that can happen for high school. I think a kid can play 5 years. I don't think it's going to be a rule stating that you're allowed to play 5 years in high school, especially not traditional high schools. That's not going to happen. But kids can play 5 years. There's kids playing 6 and 7 years of high school basketball.
Yeah, if they're junior high school, we'll let them. Right, got you.
No. There's some kids that leave high school after their 4 years and they end up continuing to play high school more than 5 or 6 years. Now, legally, you can't do that for NCAA scholarship, but you can do that then go to JUCO.
Right. Got you. Dave, what are your thoughts on this situation? Hello, Dave?
Dave must be watching some basketball games.
No, I'm actually I'm watching what y'all talking about.
All right.
I don't think I can hear. I can hear you guys. Can you guys hear Poop?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
No, I can't hear.
No, I can't.
Go out and come back in. Go out and come back in. Go out and come back in, Dave. Go out and come back in.
I'll go back. I'll back out.
Yeah, those guys got those cheap phones, Tiny.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. They got an Android.
Yeah.
Get rid of those Androids.
That's crazy. Yeah, man. The man, yo, shout out to Shane the Jewel Machine. Always having great conversations with him about all topics of basketball. Him and Eric Mobley played at Salesian High School along with Sadat Ek from back in the days, Brand Nubian.
Was he good? Was he good in basketball?
I gotta ask Pat. He said he was decent. He played with Riverside and Pat those guys on Riverside. I don't know if he was on the B team or not because we didn't see him.
Pat Burke or Pat Alphonse?
Pat Alphonse.
Okay.
Yes. Yo, go out and come back in, Dave.
I can hear you, Pooh.
Yes, because I kick him from the studio. He'll come back in. So
I'll ask Tiny, can I ask you a question?
Always.
What do you say to the people, who are kind of against this that say, Christ the King kind of got robbed a couple years ago? You talked about how you were affected a couple years ago. You mentioned how you think change is the answer. Is that what we could say in this kind of situation? Like, is that how we kind of remedy the mistake in the past?
I don't know about being mistakes. If there's the rules, there's regulations, and that you got to read before you start the season. So you got to know exactly what you can do and cannot do. But just like basketball today, every year is a new rule. So how do you regulate that? How you keep up with the Joneses? That's the question I want to know.
And Dave, you watch schools from all over the country, right? You see guys that and teams that are putting their teams in great situations for their kids to succeed. What are your thoughts on this situation with Stepinac going through right now?
Oh boy, I've been waiting for you to ask me this all day, man. Nah. First off, Tiny, that situation we were talking about, I laughed because I knew exactly what you were talking about. It was already in Sebastian's book.
Mm.
Yeah. But yeah, no, to answer your question, Pool, very disheartening for Stepinac. I really feel bad for them because, he did everything possible to put them in the best situation. You know what I mean? This is great for the league so much and the New York metro area. You know what I mean? So it sucks to see them in that predicament to where they could lose the opportunity to travel out of state and they could potentially lose Pat for 8 games. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, like the timing of when they played in the event, that's, you know what I mean? Because it coincides with Holy Week. You know what I mean? That's basically what I believe the main issue was. And also the fact that, the fear of the unsanctioned tournaments. You know what I'm saying? That was the other issue, supposedly. But yeah, it sucks to see them be restricted like that. And what's crazy is not all those schools are sanctioned 4-year schools, and they actually played against one of the schools early in the season, Montverde in Brooklyn. So
Yep.
how can they say that it's unsanctioned? It makes no sense at all.
And Dave, like, from your experience through all these tournaments, how much exposure and how like beneficial was that Stepinac got to play on that national stage in that schedule in that tournament? I mean, like talk about how beneficial that was to their program, the league, and even New York basketball.
Well, I mean, they were the first team for the CHSAA to play in that. So I mean, there's that. That's an experience that the kids will always remember. That's very beneficial. It's like you're playing on YouTube. Shout outs to my man Rashid Ghazi from Paragon Marketing. So he's been running, Chipotle Nationals since it started when it was still Geico. He did the show on Eddie Curry and some former hoopers from Chicago from back in the day. So I remember when it was still at Christ the King. Geico Nationals was the event to be at for 3 years. It was an event to look forward to. So for one of our teams to play in it is a beautiful thing. Like 2011, you had 2 teams from the PSAL. 2015, you had 2 other teams from the PSAL play. So those teams, they got a chance to play on the national level.
And what about the throne? How did that come into this? Because I know some teams that played in after this season and that extended play.
Their coaches
from New
couldn't even
York.
coach, Pooh. They couldn't
Right.
even let the coaches coach. It was
And
so
they couldn't be
dumb.
represented as far as their team.
All right. So the way the throne works basically is you can play as a club team. You just can't wear anything that has the school's name on it. So the MBPA, shout outs to them, they actually provide uniforms for the teams.
Mm.
So they're all playing as club teams, and it doesn't count against them.
Now, okay, I'm being devil's advocate right now.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't these leagues want their teams competing for a national championship?
Because they don't control the money.
Exactly.
Because they don't control the money.
Speak, Tiny. Speak, baby. Preach.
So I know you guys a little. Oh, I know Dave a little younger, but so what I did, right, when I had the platform, because this is positive. This is positive publicity for Pat. Okay, you can take a negative all you want. Okay, he's on top right now. This is going to help him out in all sorts of ways. and it should help all of us out. Like it should be awareness to New York City basketball, because we are the mecca of basketball. So when I had the Sebastian situation, and we flew around the country, I was the first one. Which I think I was one of the first ones, but after LeBron, with Roshan, to bring the ESPN to New York City. You guys remember that Fordham game?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Mhm.
So that was a Roshan game. And what I did when I did that year, it was a chance for the heads of the PSL to connect with Roshan, to understand why this is important, why we need to bring in an event like that and make it national.
Mhm.
And it was successful. You know, we had some good guys in the audience. You guys remember that?
Mhm.
Eric Jeter, Jay-Z, Ahmad
Right?
Rashad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So good, Pat. You can't go out of town. Bring the town. Bring the TV into town. You know, bring it into town. You know, so I don't think this is anything negative per se. I think this is a awareness for everyone to understand how important, you know, basketball really has become, even though it's been important for me for decades. But now everyone has to understand that, you know, we are probably the most watched city in the country. And whether we do bad or positive, people are going to notice it, which is going to benefit our children, you know, which is the main goal.
All the companies come here. All the companies, Jordan Classic, Slam, they all here. McDonald's visit once every blue they came here, right? So it is definitely a great platform. And this goes back to the time when the first high school basketball game was broadcasted on CBS between Alexander Hamilton and Ben Franklin in Philadelphia.
Yes.
That was the first nationally televised high school game ever. And look how far we have come because those teams were able to get that platform, and so many players from those teams went on and did some great things.
Mm.
So that's how real it is, man. They are going crazy on Instagram. People are having a lot to say. Isaiah Lewis said one of them national high schools will come to New York City for fact. Moving Pictures says CTK girls and boys have played in the throne. So what's the problem? Wow, this is team first. These people have their rules, man. Give them some bread and they will be okay. He's on Todd Grant. For sure. So Tiny, do
Yes, indeed.
I agree with
Yes,
Tyrone.
indeed. Listen, man.
Does it all come down to the money?
Yes,
Of
yes,
course.
yes. If Coach Pat would have knew that, you know, I don't know how many teams inside the Catholic League
30.
that. So I mean, for how much money that's being spread around for basketball, it's billions right now. Youth basketball is billions of dollars, billions.
Yep.
You know, 30 teams. I mean, you know, 10,000 each school. You know, I mean, something. If something was spread out, this wouldn't happen. It's all about sponsorship. It's all about money. You know, maybe somebody's upset that coach is bringing in too much money for one program, so he's going to monopolize the talent. You know, who knows what the people are thinking? But it's time for a change. It's time for a change.
I was talking to some guys, you know, earlier today, man. I was just saying, you know, they were saying, what about the other coaches? I said, well, the other coaches got to get out there and grind.
They
Right.
do.
At the end of the day, if you sitting back and thinking, you know, the times that yesterday is going to work today, what
No.
Fat Joe said, today's price is not yesterday's price.
And I gotta, Tiny. Can I put you in a scenario real quick?
Always.
So, you know, say at the beginning of the season, you know, you get your rules or whatever, and you have your team. You guys win the title, and you do everything right. And you know, you have this game in your sights, right? Whether it's one of your Lincoln teams, whether it's a team right now, you get all the way to where you want, and the league tells you you can't play in this game. Are you pushing forward as a coach with the kids To that game, or are you listening to the league and just saying, "Hey guys, this is what it is"? What
Well,
would you say?
obviously, obviously, there's some loopholes, and the loophole was to not wear the uniform. That's it. Come
Mhm.
on, but the kids can play.
Mm.
So now I know it's a big insurance situation. You know, these schools are insured with the name and so on and so on. But just change your uniform was the only thing you had to do, and the head coach can't coach. Come on, we gotta do better than that, man. Come on.
Why the heck coach can't coach? Is he insured by the school? Is he protected? Is he's going to get beat up or trampled, robbed? Something going to
And
happen to
how
the
is it the
coach?
same product? You're hurting your product without having the head coach who's been coaching the team the whole year. I mean, you know, you want the best product, you need the coaches out there.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. There's rules, and then the rules that get fainted when there's finances attached to it. Just look at the NCAA. Remember, it was a rule you can't pay kids. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a rule that you couldn't give kids money to eat in college.
You couldn't give them a
Right?
bagel on a visit, Tiny.
Now you got coaches. You got coaches that's driving Honda Accords and the players are driving Mercedes Benz.
Remember the Prop 48 rule?
Yeah.
Right? There's a lot of rules that aren't here anymore.
And they change. And when rules change, we have to change with the game. The high schools in New York State are not keeping up with the national game of basketball. It's not even national. It's country. It's worldwide.
I would love to know if there would have been one complaint if every piece in the Catholic League got a piece of that run.
Yeah. And then I think when another thing that was mentioned in the comments was like, oh, this is why kids go to prep school. And this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? But who's to say, all right, kids may be going to prep school, but who's to say that prep school would be even better? You know what I mean? Because this year there were a bunch of kids that went to EYBL scholastic schools. You know what I mean? But a lot of them didn't really prosper at all for those that left. Like, for example, 3 kids went to from Christ the King went to EYBL scholastic schools, but only one of them actually got some type of playing time. The other 2, you know what I'm saying? They didn't really get to showcase their skills. One of
Who
them,
did they listen to, Tiny?
BAG.
The BAC, you know.
The BAC.
Honestly, I would prefer to call it the bad advice gang, not bad advice crew.
Come on, Dave. Dave, you can't do that to me, man.
He
Bad
done
advice
took
gang.
Come on, Dave.
flipped the publishing. He done took the
Bad advice
publishing and
gang.
flipped it.
But anyway, yeah, no.
Listen, crew is ethnic enough. Come on, Dave.
But
Come
no,
on, Dave.
bad advice gang. That sounds way better. But
Oh,
Just
Dave.
trying to keep it
Dave,
cool.
hold on,
advice
hold on.
gang sounds 10 times
Bro, I
better.
need the whistle. I need the whistle, man. I need the whistle. Hey, Dave, I had the BAC created for about 15 years now, man.
BAG sounds way better. The bad advice gang.
Yeah, but you know what, Dave? I gotta go against that. I'm gonna tell you why. Because most
All right,
people
go
most people back in the days wasn't really getting a bag. They was just trying to get influence.
All right.
Like in New York City, everyone thinks they can either coach or they know the game.
Mm-hmm.
So they would give you advice without getting paid,
Mm-hmm.
and didn't care or didn't realize the advice probably ruined somebody's career because they wasn't getting the bag.
Right.
So it's a little bit different between bag and crew right now, gang and crew.
Okay. Nice. Bad advice crew then. But yeah, no. Then again, in some situations, I would say, as far as the advice, you got other people that really controlling these kids to the point where, you know what I mean? Some of these kids can't say no to certain things. And even the parents are being controlled right with them. So it's like, do I say no and ruin my chances as something? or do I say yes and be a puppet, knowing that this like something that I really want could actually happen if I say yes to this, even though it may not be beneficial for me.
Yeah, and Dave, you know what's even crazier is as these kids get older and they hire these agents, they
Oh
treat
boy, don't get started on them agents, man.
they treat them like handlers, like they listen to everything. And I tell
Mm,
these guys, they work for you. This guy
mhm,
should be working for you. But they treat these guys like handlers. They
mhm.
listen to advice like gold. And like Tiny always says, the bad advice crew is everywhere. Everywhere.
No, but even the quote unquote agents, you know what I mean? They got power over these kids. It's like the
That's what I don't get.
percentages that they're getting paid now. Like a lot of people, they don't know about. Tiny would probably know this since he had pros, but if you're paying anybody over 3 to 4%, you getting robbed.
Robbed. Robbed.
They
So
get like 40%.
25, 30%. It's
You
insane.
getting robbed.
so I'm not sure the percentage is the issue.
Mm-hmm.
The issue to me is it's hard to have a long relationship in this game of basketball. People
Yeah.
move every year, right? So to hire someone for more than 2 years, or to have someone that you really don't know be in charge of your future
Mm-hmm.
for more than 2 years in today's game is really unheard of unless you're a professional. So because the NIL is pushed way back to high school now. Let's say you're a freshman. Let's say this kid that just came on the podcast. I don't know this kid name. Cause Carter.
Carter Abrams, yeah.
So it's a chance this kid gonna get approached by someone either next year or the year after. So let's say he's a 10th grader and somebody's approaching him for an NIL deal, right? Is that person the right person to guide you through your high school career?
No.
That's it could go either way. It could go either good or
So
bad.
exactly. So money is so much. It's going to be so much of a determined factor on how these kids, see the game of basketball. So now a kid like him is always going to be playing for the money.
Mm.
And how much love of the game would he really have?
Correct.
Very little.
So it's not the percentage that bothers me. It's the
Mm-hmm.
control. It's the control
Yeah.
because you can get somebody 3%. It's still money. You can get somebody
Yeah.
10%. If I got 3% of 20 players, it's better than having 10% of 2 players.
Or nothing at all.
You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't even, when people start talking about percentage, then you say, okay, yeah, I'll go with him. He's only charging me 2%. Yeah, but he's still controlling you, bro.
Yeah.
But what about that instance we talked about the other day, Tiny, when the and it had to be the other day, just like the kid is playing now, the freshman and sophomore, that someone comes up with $100,000 and that kid is gone from that school because the money is making them leave. Like that. And people say, we're not in it for the short term, but they up the ante on it, 150,000. What you doing?
Look at OTE.
Yep.
Look what OTE did to you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it was good just a week ago. So what do you do now? Like, what's your pivot now?
Woo!
Yeah.
Great comeback. Great
No.
comeback.
Nah, let me chime in on that. I'm sorry to cut you off, Tiny, but I wonder what's gonna happen to all those kids now that play for those 3 teams. Where do they go? For the ones that still have high school eligibility remaining. Well, I'm pretty sure a lot of them are probably scrambling for schools as we speak.
Floating around, Dave.
And a
Yeah,
lot of
but
people was banking on that. They was banking on that. Yeah, I'm gonna do 1
Right.
2 years here, then I'm gonna get paid in OTE, baby. They was banking on that.
there was a
Now
lot of
that
kids yes.
now that OTE, well, I'm not gonna say OTE. Now that those 3 teams are gone, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure that there's a bunch of programs waiting with open arms to take their players.
What about
Yes.
the rest of the teams, Dave? There was a lot more than 3 teams in that league,
No,
right?
so all right, so they're all those teams were legitimate high school teams.
Mm.
They just went under a different name.
Like the Diamond Doves too.
Yeah, Diamond Doves was Phoenix Prep.
Phoenix Prep. So those guys just go back to prep.
They still going to be part of the OTE. It's just a
Right.
different. It's what's going on, and I don't know if everybody, I don't know if most people understand. What's really going on is people are just creating companies and they selling
Right.
them on expensive basketball. People are creating basketball companies, and when they get hot, and when somebody want to buy them, they sell them.
It's like Tidal, like what he did with Tidal, create the streaming company, then sell it.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
That's what happened in this case with Overtime. Dan Porter, that was the guy he was one of the co-CEOs. He left and now he's doing something else.
Yeah.
And then around the same time, I think it was the same day that he announced that he was leaving, that's when that news broke.
Yeah. Now, do you think like any of the Catholic League teams or, eventually maybe the PSAL will ever start to invest in like this NIL stuff, Tiny or Dave? What do you guys think?
The PSL I don't think the PSL has the manpower to police that many schools or that many adults, so I don't think the PSL would change too much in terms of rules because there's so many, legal and illegal things that could happen. So no, not for the PSL. Catholic League is a smaller pool of schools and players. Maybe I think the Catholic League, because they have a smaller pool, they should think about doing something on a national level.
Right.
I mean, I personally mentioned that to Arbs at Christ the King. I was like, you guys might have some resources. You probably should just do one team on the national level. It brings money to the school. That's the goal, is to make sure you fund the school. I don't understand why not.
And their enrollment is up. For sure. Todd said, this is simple. Tennis kids get money at 12 years old. Ooh.
We should all play tennis then.
Isaiah Lewis, go ahead.
I got a question. I don't want to change the topic or the subject, but my question is this: it's almost going to where what Todd was saying with tennis, because obviously his kid played tennis overseas, I think. So, what kind of academic situation overseas players have to do in order to play NCAA? Who's policing their grades? Like, how do we know? How do we know those guys is getting 16 core classes in order to play the NCAA?
Tiny, half of them are professionals coming to college. They haven't been in class in years, brother.
So how are they allowed to get a scholarship?
It's a great point.
Yeah.
So this is so many things that we got to think about as New York City basketball players that's really trying to play this game. There's so many things against us. How could a guy like Pat get penalized for playing a game of basketball, man? Come on, man. Be for real, man.
Yeah, look, my thing is, if you're not endangering the child, you're not putting the child in a bad situation, and if it's to give them exposure, put them in front of on a big stage so they have a chance to be successful. Look, all of his kids are going to go to college and play and do something, right? So that's what's important. It's a win-win for everybody. Now, again, we did a whole show and no one bashed the Catholic School League, right? So it's not about coming up here and bashing someone for their rules. We understand, and we understand that their governing body have rules,
right?
But is it because it was during Holy Week and that was the breaking point? Was it because they played as a club team? Like, what is it? We don't really know the whole dynamics of the sanctions or proposed sanctions.
Yeah, And I also think that going on the pass doesn't give you, a pass to get, to just say, oh, well, they didn't get to play in it. Well, that wasn't right either. We got to, like Tiny said, we're trying to fix it. Someone's got to say something now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it says no member. It said no member school of the association will be permitted to participate in post scheduled tournaments or games unless secondary authorities in accordance with Catholic school standards and conduct the contest. In all cases, permission to compete must be secured by league president.
But McDonald All-American could go and play in the McDonald game, but his teammates that might not be a McDonald game that really need the exposure can't go and play in an extra game. Come on. For the All-Stars to go play.
Yeah.
They can go play in USA, they can play in McDonald's, they can play in Wendy's. But the guy on the bottom of the bench, the 12th player who might need just one more look,
right?
Can't play.
Yeah.
Because of the association. Because of the association.
Yeah. And it says they're proposing an 8-game suspension for Coach Massaroni, 2027 postseason ban on all levels, including varsity, JV, B, and freshman. So that kid who's on a B team, who's, I can't get on varsity, but I'm on this B team killing. I get a chance, can't get the look. And
I can't see that happening. I can't
it
see
said
that
a ban.
I was gonna go around, and I'll start with Tiny. Do you think this actually?
It's not gonna happen. It's not
No
gonna.
shot.
See what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen? Which I think is gonna happen. Something's gonna happen. That means there's gonna be some changes. I can't see that happen. What I can see happen is that if he is banned for 8 games, those 8 games will be one of the biggest fundraisers he ever had. It'll be one of the biggest fundraisers he ever had.
And it says a 2-year ban.
Wow. What do you think?
2
Dave?
years?
Do you think this gets pushed through or what? No shot.
No, not a 2-year ban. 2 years probation.
Oh yeah. Sorry about that. You're right. 2 years probation. It did say that. 2 years probation. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
You're right.
But yeah, Brian. So what I think is what we're watching here in 2026 is the neutralization of a powerhouse. Basically, where the powers that be are trying to establish control, like a firm, tight rein on the powerhouse.
Oh, it hurts, Dave. I'm getting flashbacks. Please don't say that. Oh, gosh.
That's exactly what's happening.
Oh, my God.
Did you go through this? Tiny, is this something that you went through?
You want to bring it up to Tiny?
Oh, my gosh, Dave.
That's
don't say that, man.
He just got triggered, Dave. He just got triggered.
Yo, Dave, I was about to have a big announcement over here, and now I got to hold my announcement, man.
Was that the email that you read, Tiny? Was that the email they sent you?
Oh, my God. Don't tell me that they trying to knock down the powerhouses now. Come on, man.
Yeah, I tried to put my best Don King act. But anyway, yeah. But no,
Wow, look at this right here. Pooh.
Says 2 Catholic
high schools play what?
Bishop Gorman, no, they didn't play in that.
From Vegas during Holy Week.
Bishop Gorman, nah. PBI, yes. I don't know about Bishop Gorman. Yeah.
Bishop Gorman's been in it in the past, right, Dave? Obviously, with
no, I don't think so. No. PBI definitely.
Yeah, definitely them.
But not Bishop Gorman, and I think they're an all boys school. But no, they were not this year. No.
And what do you think, Pooh? Do you think these sanctions ever go through?
I hope not. Cause it will be a stain and a black eye on, not only on the city but on the Catholic school organization, because there's going to be so much pushback.
Yeah,
and I just think, Yes. Again, we know they have their rules and we respect their rules. And whatever they say is they're gonna have to deal with it. But when you have someone who has such an incredible run, right? 4 championships in a row, 3 McDonald All-Americans, again, and he's done it the right way. As far as we know, I haven't heard of Pat doing any cheating, stealing players, players not leaving, his players staying. They're building from within for their freshman teams. Hey, the Twins play freshman ball. I watched them play, right, and watched them build up to become who they are today. So again, I think as long as you're doing it the right way and you're not hurting any kids, I just think we let bygones be bygones and let them know. Again, if all you gotta do is change uniforms, like Tiny said, what's the problem?
Yeah, no, I really don't. I hope that this doesn't go through. You know what I'm saying? Like just the fact that they said 8 games and that's another thing. They can't travel out of state, which is what that would be crazy too. Like they got to loosen up on the rules. Maybe a 2-game suspension, maybe. You know what I mean? Like if that's like if they got to loosen that up. Give them 2 games at least. But to all those other sanctions is just too much. You know what I mean?
Dave, Mike said he think it was the girls from Bishop Gorman that played, the girls, not the boys.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, possibly. But no, the 2.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate you.
Shouts to Mike. But 2 games would maybe be good. Maybe only 2. But anything more than that is just egregious. And on top of that, in the event that they can't travel out of state, why not have the out of state teams come through and play them? That would be, I mean, if they can't go anywhere else, have the out of town teams come to them. Like St. Francis, Baltimore, which has had their number in the last couple of years. They've been to Stepinac to play them. You know what I mean? Why not get maybe a PBI and rent out the county center for that? And then also Pat, he's been involved with this. He brought the slam dunk tournament back. Why not bring like maybe a powerhouse, like in lieu of, all right, maybe sacrifice one of the Westchester, like maybe one of the Westchester games, because he always has the Section 1 teams playing. But let's just say that Friday night, have the powerhouse come. You know what I mean? This is the day before Iona Prep. Why not have like a powerhouse from out of state come and play them in the county center? I would like that.
And
Look,
Dave, who knows?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and Dave, who knows? Stepinac always does the right thing. They invite Iona Prep. They did the helped out with the William Plunkett thing. Mm-hmm. Who knows if they get in trouble, if they even want to involve anybody in the Catholic League from now on? You know what I mean?
Yeah. That would be total alienation right there if they try to do that, because it's like, if you guys are pushing for this proposal, it's like, why would I want anything to do with you? Correct. Because if in reality, the coaching fraternity, if it is that, we all thought that it was a brotherhood, but apparently it's not.
They came on here and they talked about it. Listen, they do. Stepinac does some great things.
They definitely
up in that Westchester, bringing the Section 1 schools and playing against them, and also bringing in the PSL and playing against them. So it's a win-win for everybody.
Right. Like the last couple of years, they had Christ the King girls play Albertus Magnus. Then you had 2 schools like Woodlands. They were like one of the top B division schools for the past 2 years. New Rochelle, Dobbs Ferry. You get to see schools like those. Mamaroneck, who they went to the state tournament. They won the gold ball for the very first time ever this year. Shout outs to Tyrone Carter, the head coach. Brandon Burrell, who's going to Harvard. You know what I mean? Anthony Ficarata, first team from Dobbs Ferry. He averaged 37 points per game. You know what I mean? So Section 1, they got some hoopers. You know what I mean? So it's great, that Pat gave these teams a chance to shine.
John Clark said Catholic school is cutting off their nose despite their face. They're dumbing down the Catholic school or the association because they don't like NIL, BBB preps, and that's today's reality.
He's right.
Mass has adapted, and the others haven't.
That's accurate.
And I'm a little worried, honestly. I think this is either going to really get the Catholic League to bond and rally together, or I think this is going to be a big separator. I think a lot of people are going to be upset by this if the Catholic League kind of pushes forward with this, because it's going to go to court. It's going to go to court, and we haven't even talked about that yet.
No, it's definitely going to go to court.
Oh, it's definitely going to court.
It's in court already.
Exactly.
The court of public opinion. Well, the court of the coach's opinion, but
yes, it's in our court. It's in our court system, which it's as a coach or as a teacher coach, there's certain things that you can recognize when someone is doing it for the love of the game, and someone is doing it for other reasons.
Right.
And a guy like Coach Pat, I text him often because when I scrimmage them, you could tell the passion. I had a couple of McDonald All-Americans, right? And the ones that was McDonald's at Lincoln High School stayed for 4 years. And that's usually that's how you make a McDonald All-American. You get somebody who understands the system, who can go through the system with you and be successful. I just wonder what those kids are saying, how they feeling, and what's going on with their coach right now. It's got to be sad. It's got to be sad. And no one cares about the kids.
Yeah.
I spoke to
they appreciate Coach. How's that?
Nah, but yeah, I spoke to one of the parents today from Stepinac. He definitely feels like, what I'm saying, it definitely is injustice, but all the parents are rallying around Pat for sure. You know what I mean? And then also, as far it's a good thing that he stayed, because not only is he a coach, but he's also the VP of institutional advancement, which means that he does basically he's in charge of the fundraising for the school. One of the parents said that he helped raise a substantial amount of money, which is amazing. And then, of course, I think about it like this. A school like Stepinac has a lot of resources, you know what I'm saying? And then they got the backing of the mayor of White Plains, Thomas Roach. You know what I mean? White Plains is basically, population is 60,000, whereas New York City is 8 million people. In the 5 boroughs, it's too much going on. But up there, you know what I'm saying? There's only 2 high schools. So it's a lot. That's why, up in that area, they always support the schools. They support whatever they got going on. You know what I mean? So to be able to get the backing for the mayor, and you got all the donors donating to you, you building great relationships, that's special. In our city, a lot of our Catholic schools are struggling to make it. You know what I'm saying? I know 5 schools that they got to share spaces with charters just to keep afloat. So it's just so much within the 5 boroughs. It's just a lot going on, and it's just, you know what I'm saying?
Got to catch up with the times, man. Got to catch up with the times.
Yeah, and I mean, a couple years ago, you guys have been around. What was Stepinac 10, 15 years ago? Nowhere where they are today. So
right.
a lot of that's got to do with Coach.
Yeah. I will say, I remember the first time I ever seen Stepinac play was 2010, when they were still in the A division, when Phil was coaching them. You know what I mean? When Phil was coaching there, he had Division I players, but it was nothing like what Massaroni got going on now. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like with Tim, he was on the cusp. You know what I'm saying? He was building something. His last year, he was coach of the year, and then he left, to do whatever. You know what I mean? But I think Pat, he kind of elevated it to a bigger status.
No doubt.
All right, we getting towards the end of the show, man. There's a lot of great feedback in the chats. They're going crazy. BG, my guy, Rip is on here. You know what I'm saying? Rippy, he said they're getting the pass. Moving Pictures says sports are allowed to be played during Holy Week, just not holy days. 4-2 and 4-5. What
Get
else?
it moving.
Yeah, he said Bishop Gorman girls did play.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know they were a co-ed school.
Yes, well, he didn't know moving pictures. Let's not we're not doing that here. Dave smiling like, yeah, all right. This is okay, we're not gonna say that.
What happened? I didn't hear that. I'm sorry. I was distracted.
You don't we're not gonna bring this beef to live for everybody to know, but
why not? It's a good platform for it. What I miss?
I'm
like
just
drama.
saying.
I like drama.
I'm just saying, like, you know, if someone makes a mistake, he didn't say, well, he this is crazy. Dave, I'll tell you offline. It's not cool. I'm not doing that.
That's all good. I ain't mad.
I'm not doing that. It says the Thompson kid went to George Washington from there. Okay, got you. So now we're gonna wrap this thing up, man. Any final words before we get out of here, man? Let's go with Dave. Any final words?
Let's just hope that everything comes to pass the way it's supposed to. I think Stepinac definitely deserves a chance to continue to do great things, but also the league, they definitely they gotta ante up. They gotta change with the times in more ways than one.
Tiny.
Like I said before, this is not anything negative. This is positive because it's awareness. It's a wake up call. You know, anytime you get something like this to get on sports, get on a huge sports channel like it is right now, that means it's a problem, or it's a time for people to unite, and not just in the Catholic League. This is a basketball issue in New York State, and most people that care about basketball should definitely speak up.
B.
Yeah, I think Tiny nailed it. I think this is a chance for the state to kind of improve some things. I really hope that the Catholic League kind of rallies together and figures this out. Because, like you guys have all said, Pat's one of the good guys. You know, he's worked really hard, deserves a ton of credit, and we talked about it a little bit, but that team has been under siege for 4 years. The fact that he could keep those guys together was the most impressive thing of everything. And as a former coach, I get having that carrot at the end of the year for these guys. They deserved it. And I hope we change the rule, and I hope there's a New York team in that event every single year for the rest of the
year. Tiny, when you was you said you was about to say something and Dave triggered you.
I'll wait for the next show, Pooh.
Wait, what I say? What did I
say? Dave, you read him the email that was sent to him by the AG line for line.
Oh no!
The powerhouse line.
I didn't read it.
Tiny disappeared to the
what
brick.
I said was Brian. What I said was what he's talking about was mentioned in the book about Sebastian.
No, it was the book. Yeah, it was the book, but it wasn't about Sebastian. It was the book, during Sebastian era.
I know what you're talking about, though.
But Dave, you and Brian is definitely, you're cold. The things Pooh talking about, totally different. Both of y'all cold right now.
I have no idea what I'm talking about right now. I know the whole world is waiting. Not yet, baby.
Yeah. Y'all definitely cold though.
For sure.
We'll definitely do this another day, Pooh.
Definitely. Hey, look, y'all know it's about that time. I gotta make my votes tonight. You know what I'm saying? I hate the way the hat looks that way. It looks better this way. I got my votes to make because Dave, I had to figure out the date because I was like, damn, I ain't even do mine yet.
Yeah,
But we
no,
got till
I did
Fridays.
mine earlier.
So
Actually,
tomorrow,
a couple days ago I did mine.
yeah, tomorrow I'll do mine. I'll do mine.
What
for
vote?
sure.
What's that? I can't see that. Oh, okay.
Top 100. This year,
Nice.
I'm definitely trying to go this time around.
Yeah, I'm booked my flight soon.
Yeah.
As well. Go down there, hang out, see how the rest of the country, you know.
I got a question
is
for that.
looking. Yeah.
I got a question for that.
Yeah.
Are fifth-year players allowed?
No,
I didn't see any last year.
That's a good
How would you know?
Tiny, they have foreign kids there. Who knows how old they are?
Because somebody who I asked why they weren't there, and they said because they were the fifth-year player. I forgot who it was. I remember someone saying that. And that's 5 years, right? Playing high school ball, right? Their prep year, right? That you talking about?
It's the fifth year of high school. Are they allowed? Or invited, rather?
It's a good question. I didn't see it last year. And maybe, again, there was a lot of kids from overseas there as well. So who knows? But I didn't see anyone that I was able to identify that was there. You know, but there's a lot of New York guys that's going to be there. We had 8 New York guys there last year.
Nice.
Yeah, 8 New York guys there last year.
Do you think there'll be a good crop of like 2028s that kind of come this year? Or you think it'll be mostly the older guys 2027?
Nah, I think it'll definitely be some 2028s. Hoping
yeah,
9 kids too.
Yeah,
nice. That'd be nice.
Yeah, they're gonna balance it. They should balance it out. What I was saying, and I don't think I mentioned this to you, Dave. Did you notice? Now I didn't see it. I didn't look at it this time around. But the first time around, did you notice all the kids from Florida on that damn list?
It's a lot of it was 5 pages worth on the ballot. So
I was just like, yo, where all these kids from Florida coming from? But there were a lot of implants.
A lot of prep schools in Florida, man.
But
yeah. I'm glad you guys said that because I spoke to Donnie at City of Palms, and he had mentioned that this year coming around, it's gonna be hard for him to invite traditional high schools because there's so many new schools. You know, and from what he sells in terms of his product is the top players in the country. But you can't tell me some of those guys are not 50-year players. You cannot tell me that.
He actually created a separate division, I think, for like prep schools.
But Dave,
but you're right though.
But Dave, he can do that. But all the top players, not all of them, most of the top players in this class and moving forward are coming from made up schools.
So how does regular high schools even compete?
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, to that I have.
Are we seeing the phasing out of regular high schools? Like, you know, all this is a slow process. Everything is a slow process, right? When people think it's not happening, when you turn around, you're like, damn, it already happened.
It's like a different level, Pooh. It's almost become a different level, you know, like prep school and then high school, you know.
No, it's not that. I'm sorry, B. It's high school, it's sports academies, then it's prep schools.
Yeah. Sports academies. I got you. And more are popping up, Tiny, right? The Masters is popping up in the Northeast. There's going to be way more, I bet.
I heard the grind session, the owner of the grind sessions is not the same owners. So let's go again. Most of these people
They sold it?
I got to do a little bit more research, but I heard recently that might not be the same owners. So most of these organizations are creating the buzz and then selling them.
Wow. That's crazy.
Just basketball is about the money, bro. It's not about talent. It's about who has. It's gonna be a monopoly soon.
Yeah, someone's gonna buy up all these leagues, man. It's gonna be under one person soon.
Yeah.
Imagine if Stepinac get an offer like the Spire offer. We give you $6 million.
Gone.
Oh boy.
Put this on your uniform. Play in our league.
Gone.
What do you do now? Do you play on Holy Day?
Oh, that's hard. Yeah.
That's why the Catholic League's got to be careful, man. You can't be losing your hottest commodity, man.
Right.
Wow.
It's possible.
Who has the hottest team
Absolutely.
coming back next year before we get out of here? Hottest team coming back, Catholic School League.
Oh boy. All right. So this is how I feel. Let's say, all right, St. Francis Prep is looking pretty good. Holy Cross, Cardinal Hayes. Right now, those are my top 3.
Oh, you forgetting about Crescent King?
Oh yeah, that's 4. That makes 4.
That 3-guard offense and those new additions is crazy.
Yeah, nah, those four schools, I feel like right now, outside of Stepinac, those are like, yeah, that's gonna be the best 5 right now on paper.
Now, if Stepinac is cool, do we have some great basketball for next year?
Yes.
It'll be the most compelling it's been in 4 years, right?
Yep. Public school.
That's gonna be tough. We don't
Talk
know
to me
what
after
it's
the
gonna
portal.
be. You know what I
Talk to
mean?
me after that transfer
But
portal.
also, certain players that kids like Aaron Tutt, he made 3rd team All State. Can't wait to see how he does.
Hold on. Let's think on this. Does Forest Hill take a spot, a real spot in the city to be a threat, or are they just gonna stay Queens good?
Oh, Queens.
If they want to be city, like if they really want to be a powerhouse or go further, I think this may be their year. Next year may be the year coming up. Because, they haven't been to the championship game since 98. So
They haven't been to the Final Four, bro, in a long time.
yeah,
I think
98. I think 98 was the last year championship.
Right, since I've been involved in this. So we talking about number 1 coming back right now, Eagle Brooklyn.
Yeah, definitely.
What about Eagle Bronx?
Yeah, I don't know, because they got a lot of guys graduate. Well, they still have Gio coming back, Eli, Maddie. I don't know what else they got.
They got the kid from Mount coming back, right?
Yeah, Matthew Santiago.
Yes.
They got Gilmore for another year, right?
And they got the big kid from Mount Vernon that played well against Stepinac.
I think
Mount Vernon.
He beat with the Mount Vernon a couple of years ago. Big kid, like 6'7", played very well against Stepinac.
You're not talking about Talon, right?
No, it's kid 6'7". I forgot his name.
There was another one.
Yeah, they got some players. So
I think it'll depend on the transfer.
Eagle Bronx.
It's an Eagle thing again, huh?
What about does Jefferson make any noise now? That do we include them? Do we include Brooklyn Collegiate?
I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to see at the team camp.
And transfer portal once that opens up. Let's see.
All about the portal, man.
Because the Catholic school players are all returning. We don't know what the landscape of the public schools looking like.
So this is how I look at it. Like, every year Catholic schools have at least 15 kids that come in as freshmen. But by the time they get to senior year, at least 5 or 6 of them on average might make varsity. And then everybody else, they'll either play varsity B or PSAL has 236 schools. So there will be plenty of openings. You know what I mean? Somebody will take the rest of those kids. So you just never know when these kids will come. Like on this year's Eagle Bronx championship team, there was 6 transfers that came from Catholic schools. So
my hands is open.
yeah, you just never know.
Inside joke, fellas. Inside joke. But listen, I don't want to keep this going on too much because one of us might say something.
Pooh is crazy.
Oh
boy.
Any more schools in Brooklyn? Look out! Any more schools? What do you say? Any more PSL schools?
I don't know.
Will any PSL schools be able to beat a Catholic school this year? Well, they did it last year. Jefferson did, right? Eagle Brooklyn did. Eagle Bronx did. So we'll see.
PSAL, I think this season that passed was probably one of the best I've seen the PSAL ever.
They say
ever. Are you serious, Dave?
Eagle Queen's going to be strong soon. Okay.
You said ever? How long you been around, Dave? You know Tiny Morton is here? You can't say ever, bro.
Oh, Dave.
Yeah, that was a bad move, Dave.
Come on, Dave.
Wait, what?
Maybe the past few years.
What was a bad move?
Yeah. You said this is the best the PSL looking ever.
No, I said one of the best seasons I've seen.
Oh, you
best seasons? That. Okay.
My fault. Let me rephrase that. One of the best seasons I've seen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that don't sound right.
Yeah, because they started to call you Dave the Kappa. You know what I'm saying? Kappa Dave. They call you Kappa Dave. Man.
Nah.
Kappa Dave.
But no,
Throw the flag. Throw the flag.
But this was probably one of the best I've seen in the PSAL. One of the best seasons I've seen in the PSAL, honestly.
Or city championships that you've seen.
And Dave, you mean from like a parody?
I want to see seasons, and I only been doing this.
Dave,
I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna leave.
Dave, listen.
That bias. I'm gonna leave the bias out of it, but no.
Of course, you Eagle Bronx. That's why.
Of course.
Of course. That's why he's saying that, Tiny.
I gotta go with the champs.
Dave.
That's
Lincoln.
Not just because they was my alma mater, but hey.
Yes.
Dave.
But no.
Lincoln against
Dave,
this
year.
Hold on, Dave.
This year was definitely. Honestly, they had one of the best crowds I've seen in a while.
Dave, Lincoln and Robeson had 14,000 at the Garden. 14,000 at the Garden. Where were you? Where were you? You know what, Dave? You're gonna make me come back, man.
Why can't hear Tiny and Brian?
Oh, you can't hear Tiny.
Oh, you can't hear me. Oh, okay.
Man, that sucks.
Oh, okay.
Pooh, tell him, man. Tiny ready, man.
Yo, he said that. I can't believe that. We have 14,000 at the Garden.
Tell him, Pooh. He can't hear him. He can't hear him.
Dave, go out and come back in. I'm kicking you out before we get out of here. Come back in.
14,000, Tiny.
Are you
God.
serious?
That's wild, man.
Yeah, that is crazy.
That'll never be replicated, Tiny.
I don't think so.
I don't even think we could get 10 at a game, dude. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
14 is wild.
Yeah,
And
this
plus,
is crazy.
Tiny, the PSAL would have it at about 10 a.m. now, so no one.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Yeah, you can't get
Yo,
salty.
are we gonna see this? Are we gonna see this soon?
No, get rid of that. Oh, fool,
Hey,
hey, fool, come on. I was just joking.
But you never want to do that.
Come on, fool.
Yo, watch this.
Oh,
Watch this.
God.
look at him. Look at him. He just wants to jab the player.
This guy is stupid.
Basketball means that
Yo.
we're gonna be highly competitive. We're gonna play a nationally ranked schedule. And we're gonna be a contender for the city title. Yeah, in and year out. Listen to me, Kip.
You got Under Armour on my back, son. Stop.
Corner. And when I say right, be right.
Yo, stop. Oh my God. That's bad footage, man.
The young bull, baby. The young bull.
That's some bad footage. Dave, you seen that? I hope you didn't see that, Dave.
Crazy.
Some part, I saw that.
He saw
Nah, that's
it.
actually the first time I even seen that video. What
It
year
said
was
2010, 2011, Brooklyn 2A, 2 teams ranked in the top 25. USA Today, boys won the PSL and went to the Chipotle.
That's a fact. Yeah, that was the boys and girls team. They were one of the two schools that I mentioned. Them and Bertram.
Tiny, you never went to the Chipotle Nationals?
No, I made my own national tour.
What? Wendy's, Pat Funk, but damn.
Chick-fil-A, baby.
No, I made my own national tour. You know what I mean? We did our own tour.
I was gonna say, Tiny, you played that schedule anyway, right? You played that little tournament throughout the year.
I played it. Yeah, I played it out the year, man. It wasn't no wait for the last game to have the best game. Nah.
All right, before we get out of here, Tiny, what PSL teams you like for next year? You was out.
I like
there
the Eagles. I definitely like the Eagles coming back with their backcourt. I definitely like I like Canarsie backcourt as well coming back with the Marbury and Rodriguez kid. But obviously Touchstone is good, but I haven't really seen anyone else break through yet. I think Thomas Jefferson always gonna have some dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know yet though. We'll see.
Yeah. I may get back into coaching too. I'm gonna let y'all know what school I'll be at next year. All right.
Yeah, I might.
What?
Yeah, I gotta help Dave out, man. I gotta change this around.
Dave, you're gonna be Tiny's personal team reporter for the whole run.
That's it.
Yeah.
Man. Yep, he's gonna hire you for the whole run.
No, let me be the Black Howard Cosell. That's what I'll be.
I like that.
Oh man.
I like
hey, yo,
that.
fellas. Listen, great episode, man. Great episode. I appreciate all you guys. And maybe we'll come back for some big news soon. All right.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. We'll do that.
He's such a troll, Tiny.
Till then, we are out, y'all. Peace. Peace, y'all.
I don't know how to get out of here.
Later, boys.
All right.
I'll get you out of here just like this.